The call came just after midnight. A nurse's voice, soft, rehearsed. "Your mother's asking for you." I stared at the wall as she spoke. Didn't move, didn't answer. She said my name again, thinking maybe I hadn't heard. But I had. Every syllable felt like gravel in my mouth. Every breath from that hospital bed was one she never spared me. Now she wanted to use my name? Now she remembered I existed? I ended the call without a word. Then I sat in the dark, hands folded in my lap, listening to the echo of nothing. That silence was the closest she ever came to calling me her daughter, and it spoke louder than she ever did. I was her secret, her shame, tucked away between cocktails and curated stories. To strangers, I was a family friend's kid, her goddaughter, just a sweet girl helping out. Never hers, not when it mattered. Not when she introduced my half-brother at fundraisers, or when she posed with him for the local newspaper like the proud mother of the year. He got the name, the legacy. I got the back door and an empty room upstairs. When I was 16, I asked her why she never said I was hers. Her lipstick was fresh, her pearls tight. She looked at me like I'd asked something vulgar. Some things are better left unspoken. And she never spoke of it again. But I remembered. I remembered everything. After she collapsed, my brother called. His voice was clipped, annoyed. "They're keeping her overnight. You might want to visit. She's been asking about you." I laughed. He didn't. I went to the hospital 2 nights later, after the visitors left, slipped in unnoticed. She was asleep. Wires and machines surrounded her like a halo of false redemption. I stood there, watching her chest rise and fall, slow and deliberate. And I waited for the guilt to come. It didn't. Instead, I pulled out the envelope I'd carried for months. Birth certificate, DNA test, signed letters she thought she'd burned. Proof. Proof I was hers. Proof she lied. To me, to the world, even to herself. She spent decades denying me. So I buried the truth deep, until it was time. She woke to the sound of paper sliding across her tray. Eyes fluttered open, clouded, thin with fear. She saw me. And for the first time in her life, she looked like she knew who I was. "You came," she whispered. I didn't speak, just tapped the envelope once. She opened it with shaking fingers, saw the birth certificate. My name, her name, in the same line. Then the DNA report, sealed, stamped, court certified. She stared for too long. The silence between us stretched like a noose. Her mouth opened, closed. "Finally, I was protecting you." I leaned in, voice low, cold. "No, you were protecting yourself." She flinched. I stood tall, watched her eyes go glassy, and still, I didn't feel a thing. She asked for me again the next day. The nurse said she cried. I made her wait. On the 3rd day, I walked into the room at 6 a.m. sharp, alone. No flowers, no fake smiles. She looked worse, thinner, smaller, like guilt had finally started doing its work from the inside out. Her lips cracked when she tried to speak. "Please, just call me Mom. Once." I stared at her, the woman who gave me life and then spent it pretending I didn't exist. And in that moment, I saw her clearly, not as a mother, but as a coward in pearls. "You made your choice," I said. "Now I'm making mine." I turned, slow and measured, the sound of my heels sharp in the quiet. I didn't look back. She called my name once, then silence, the kind I lived in. She died 3 days later. My brother called, left a voicemail. "She's gone. She asked for you again, repeatedly." I didn't answer, didn't go to the funeral. Let them bury her lies in peace. The will arrived in the mail. She left me nothing. No surprise. I already had what I needed, the truth, and that was enough. People still ask if I regret it, if I regret not saying goodbye. But how do you say goodbye to someone who was never there? She had her chance, dozens of them. All she had to do was call me her daughter. She waited too long. And I don't wait anymore.